Well, all right, everyone. Welcome to Lady Diva Live Radio. Here I am, your host with the most. Good afternoon, everyone. I am calling from Evansville, Indiana. Thank you all for tuning in. This is an awesome day today. I have with me Charlotte-based R&B vocalist Susanne Smith. Susan, are you with me?
I am. Hello, and hello, everybody. Thanks so much for having me today.
Sure. You have an amazing voice. Wow. Tell me about this track I just played, Lot of Love Soul Mix. What's the story behind that? And I would like to ask you, who is the horn player that's in there in that track?
Oh, that's a good question. That, I believe, is Gordon, and he's local here, so we were excited to have him. That song was originally done by Nicolette Larson back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And it was very popular. They still play it today.
Uh-huh.
And when it was presented to me, I thought, to do a remake on it, I wasn't really quite sure if I would do it justice because it was, so popular. But we decided to put an R&B spin on it, and we said, let's just give it a try and see how it goes. And it ended up doing quite well. It ended up, I believe, at number 18, came on the chart. I had gotten an award for the fastest rising record back in June from the RIAA. And
congratulations.
Thank you so much. And I had gotten a President's Choice Award as well. So it was exciting. It was very exciting to have made it on the chart. It was my first charting record, so of course it was very exciting. We were planning on continuing on with that record as far as campaigning, but unfortunately, I had a pretty bad car accident. I almost went through the windshield. Thank goodness. I was going on an interstate highway. And there was a car that was parked in the middle of the lane that had just been in an accident, and I rear-ended the truck that was at a dead stop. So I had a brain injury, and so it took me a while to recover from that. So I was unable to get back into the studio. And unfortunately, we were in the middle of making an LP, but I was not able to finish it at that time. Mm-hmm. So the label, to be honest with you, we got dropped from that particular label. But that's the way that it goes. So I was definitely determined to get back into the studio. So as soon as I got well, back in I went, and we just finished up the LP, which my new song will be on that LP as well. So I'm excited. I'm very excited to be back in the saddle again.
I am too. I'm glad I got to meet you. This is my first time hearing of you, thanks to your agent. What would you tell, Susan, all the curious listeners out there about yourself? Go ahead and introduce yourself. How long you been in the music industry? And were you raised in a musically talented family? And what and whom was your inspiration back then?
Oh, my goodness. Well, my name is Susanne Smith, and I was born and raised in New Jersey, and I've been in the music industry for a minute. I will tell you, even though people don't know me, I was a performer and entertainer for many years. Starting out young, after high school, I decided I wanted to be a singer and went into New York City and the surrounding area and pounded the pavement as a teenager, hoping to get a break. And I picked up a number of jobs. I did some jingles, and I ended up being a torch singer, if you will. I don't even know if they even call them that anymore. But, I played a lot of the lounges and got very involved in working as a freelancer, doing a lot of corporate parties, big events back then, like for U.S. Steel or Exxon Corporation. And I freelanced. I was with two agencies that booked me as a vocalist or front person when they needed one. So that was great fun, and it was great money back there for a young young singer starting out. But as time went on, I continued on. I was in a lot of wedding bands, festival bands. So when you're doing entertaining like that, you have to cover pretty much all genres when you're singing and playing for the masses. So, and of course, I had hoped to get a break, hoping that someone would see me, I guess like a lot of the musicians at that time. There wasn't any internet or social media.
Yeah.
So you really literally go out and just grind on that pavement. So years later, I've been doing it all this time, and fortunately, I got approached and asked to do a record, and I thought, well, let's give it a shot, finally.
Right.
So I finally got the opportunity to do that, and now going forward, I'm just finishing up this LP. So, and the name of the LP, by the way, is called Finally for that reason. So you're never too young, and you should never stop trying, because I think I'm a pretty good example that even though I've been around a long time on my grind, just people now are hearing me on that side of the door, the recording industry. So it's been very exciting.
You still there?
I am.
Okay. All right. So as we move along on the show, let's talk about the remix, I'm Not the One. Now, what I'm going to do is play a little snippet of the original track, I'm Not the One, and then I'm going to let that fade out while we're still talking. Here is I'm Not the One. You stay right there.
You can tell me what you're feeling, why you chose to take this road, but I'm not willing to give up myself for you to take control. You've been saying all the words, but I'm still circling in love. Baby, you don't even take the trouble.
Yeah, so I'm quite sure everyone gets the feel of that. Yes, you like a breath of fresh air, that voice, that bass,
thank you, sir.
That smooth melody coming in there, yes. So
thank you.
I would like to ask you before I spin the remix, what inspired you to do this song here, I'm Not the One, and then turn it into a remix?
Yeah, this was an original song. This song was written by my producer, and I kind of collaborated on it. The video was great fun too. If anyone gets a chance, we have 2 videos out for that as well. We've got the lyric one, and then we just did the one for the remix. Crazy. It was just so much fun. But what inspired me to do that record was, okay, women, I know there's some men that this happened to also, but when you're going through life and you have some life changes, whether you've been in a relationship, a bad relationship, and you finally realize that they're just not the one for you for whatever reason.
Right.
It's time. You know what? It's time to go, and you're not the one.
Right.
You are just not the one, honey. So,
I've been there and done that.
Been there, done that. That's right. So I think it resonates with people.
Yes.
So,
okay. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and spin this song. You stay in that hot seat, Susan. Here is the No Can Do mix, everyone.
can tell me what you're feeling, why you chose to take this road, but I'm not willing to give up myself for you to take control. You've been saying all the words, but I'm still circling in love. Baby, you don't even take the trouble to keep me there beside you, honey. I don't think you even try. It's okay, 'cause I don't care if you get over in a while. I don't care if you get rid. I don't care if you get older. I don't care why you're so weak. Oh, I'm not the one who will take you back so easily. No, I'm not the one who's gonna take you back.